Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Tech issues. We're all sorted now. Let us get back into this game with the news. Welcome in, everyone. That should be the tech issues sorted for the rest of the stream, hopefully. One can hope. Cross your fingers. Crow news. Ex-child actor found dead at the Path of Glory commune after police raid. Drug overdose suspected. Dun dun dun. Mass suicide at the Path of Glory. Entire commune dead by what looks like an overdose at the behest of the noted speaker and cult leader Mercury St. Iones. Oh dear. Abandoned mineshaft collapses. Unidentified body found within the debris. Oh dear. This is dark. The things that we did last time. Oh my goodness. World's oldest person finally sheds their mortal coil at the incredible age of 114. You were correct, Trav. That was indeed the oldest person alive. Not anymore, though. Annoying know-it-all dies from their brain becoming far too smart and big for their skull. Aw, so sad. We don't. I mean, they are just instructions. We could just defy everything, but maybe let's not. Daredevil delivery driver crushed by falling debris when sudden earthquake strikes Cosmopolis City. And from MeTube, the Flop Disc episode 57, How Not to Get Stabbed, provides endless amounts of hilarity in its ineptness. That is the guy we left alive. There we go. That's the news. Most of it was bad. We've got new people to get killed this time. Because remember, we don't do any of the killing. It's all just accidental. Nope, nope, nope. No. Do what I want you to do. No. Nope. There we go. Stop it. Oh, we're getting spicy today with my mouse. I see, I see. Alright, what is the instructions? G'day, Grim. The world is a wondrous thing. Oh, what I have seen out here. Now, do try to balance out the turmoil of yesterday. Success can be forged, but with a handful of deaths, yes? Quota for the day. 3 humans out of 6. Spare any humans with a law background. An unforeseen logic guides our hand, but a logic nonetheless. Fate. Alright, so our quota is 3 humans out of 6. Humans with the law background, auto pass. Auto pass. Auto pass. So let us get to it. First, we have Irving Ramis, 40. A vigilante. I lurk in the night searching for bloodsuckers, Irving has said to the authorities many times. They claim to be a vampire hunter, safeguarding humanity against these terrors of the night. But are vampires truly out there? The answer might surprise you. It's nope. Alright, what's he gonna do to the world? Do we know? Well, if he dies, wealth and peace go up. And if he lives, population and peace go down. He's not of the law background, so we don't have to care about him. Rafael Santander, 46, a private detective. Is he the humanity? Maybe. Maybe. Raphael always had a problem with authority, which is why they got fired from their previous police job for insubordination. They prefer to work alone anyway. They started an investigation firm hoping to catch dangerous criminals, but mostly get hired to follow cheating spouses and take incriminating photos. It's probably for the best, actually. Do we know anything about him? If he dies, population and peace go down, but if he lives, peace goes up. Okay. So he's not a terrible person. is what it's coming down to. Emile Bonuel, 46, a priest. Emile went to college at 19 to study religion for the lulz. When weighing career options after graduation, they decided to become a priest again, for the lulz. Some argue their detachment gives them the ability to give good, unbiased advice to troubled souls. I don't actually need the marker, I'm just used to it. We don't know what will happen if he lives or dies. He's all question marks to us. I've never had him before. Alrighty then. Robin Coffin, 34, a police officer. Yeah, Fate isn't exactly trying to make the world a better place. I think that he just wants to stack up a high body count. You know, it's hard to say right now. He seems to be still going through the status quo, and he is our manager, and we're polite and laid back. Robin is grim, serious, heavy-handed. Officer Coffin has been described in this manner in almost every evaluation. They seem to get along with other police officers, but often have conflicts with those in charge. They have a tendency to eye everyone with suspicion. Alright, what's his bag? We don't know. We know nothing about this man. We've never had him before. Next up is Rafika Alquiri, 33, an aerodynamics engineer. We haven't met any lawyers in this bunch. Rafika is very much into renewable energy and has been trying to figure out new experimental ways of making power generation more efficient. They also love flying kites and playing with their dog. Oh, they seem really pretty and nice. If she lives, nature goes up, but peace goes down. And if she dies, nature still goes up, but wealth goes down. Heh. Okay. And last, but certainly not least, we have Chimwala Zivai, 23, a student. Cops count as law background? Ah, well, we have to let the cops live, I guess. Actually, nope. This guy's a private detective. Is he still considered law background? Anyway, Chimwala is a charismatic opinion leader among their peers. They use this charismatic, they use this characteristic, if I can read, to affect campaigns for things they think are right. These topics include reducing the use of plastics, banning beige shorts, and stopping any vaccinations. We know nothing about her. She is a naive little student. All right. Now comes the part where I wouldn't know, possibly. I mean, we could save them both. We can kill 3 of these people. So, chat. Assuming Reaper Boop is playing nice today, should this student live or die? It is !die or !spare in the chat. Vote. Vote now. Vote to play with me. This is how you guys play this game with me. Oh, Reaper Boop is not working at this time. How sad. Can I fix that? Let me check. You know what? I'm gonna give this more time. Continue. All right, let's see if it works now. Try again, Trav. We'll give it. I gave it more time. Try again. It works. I just have to reset its brains. It's fine. Reaper Boop does its best. But so far, I have a vote for die, and that's it. But that's okay. I now have given us a minute to decide rather than 30 seconds, which seemed a little crazy yesterday. Now we just get to chill to the tunes. Her living would obviously have heavy health penalties. Absolutely. That's a population down. But possibly a nature up. If she lives. I know. Well, she's going to die, so... Ah, peace goes down. Interesting. Peace goes down, population went up. Interesting. Well, that's one. We only need 3. Next is Rafika, the aerodynamics engineer, which, if you recall, helps nature and lowers wealth, or helps nature and lowers peace. It's up to you guys. But get your votes in now. Exclamation mark die or exclamation mark spare in the chat. Take your pick. Choose whatever you desire. We can probably afford to lower wealth more than peace, to be honest. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That is 100% fair. I know, things are burning. Yet again. Peace has been low for a while. It's been low for a while, but get your votes in now. Nobody voted. I guess it's up to me. I'm just gonna kill her. Goodbye. Well, more things in the shitter, but we might be able to make up for it. Remember, we're doing extra bad with wealth. we're magnifying both of these. All right, next we have a police officer, which we believe needs to live. That's an auto spare. That took population down, apparently. We have a priest. We don't know what his effect is going to be on the world. We only need to kill one more person, so... It's between the priest and the vigilante, really. Yeah, no. 30 seconds seemed too short. I mean, I can shorten it again. How about 40 seconds? Let's try that. We'll try that. Alright. Does he live or does he die? You guys tell me. Got 40 seconds. Vote die or spare. He would be the last death, and the rest would be spared. It's between the priest and the vigilante who we spare here, so... It's just a chill day with some jazz and some death. It's fine. Alright, well, he will be spared. Now we can find out what his effect is. Ah, good things. Gets peace up. That's good. Actually, what do you do? Ah, you were bad to leave alive, unfortunately. What do you do? Yeah, we knew that. What about you? Jeez. Didn't matter what you did. She was just bad for everything. Alright. Now we know. We are actually letting you live because we think this is a law background. That's our 3 spares. And here is the last of our deaths, which... it's literally better if you die. Goodbye. So, with that, this is the state of the world. Every time wealth has gone down, we've magnified it. Every time nature has gone up, we've magnified it. We're at sort of this area. Peace is going up. It could get better. Well, it even says that the answer is that there are none. Hey, PP, welcome in, welcome in. We're playing Death and Taxes. Please, come help us. The votes are up to chat. But this is what we have for today. 3 lived, 3 died. The end. For those of you who were not with us yesterday, or were not paying attention yesterday, or for whatever reason were not watching yesterday and missed it, we're on day 12 at the moment. About halfway-ish through the game, and currently the cat is in charge. So we must go talk to the cat. The cat seems to be in slumber, occasionally emanating a soft snore-like purr. Seemingly in sleep, she swings her languid paw at the rubber toy. The toy laments their misery. I feel you, rubber toy. The cat snorts in her half-sleep. The rubber gerbil complains. Huh? It's just squeaking on its own now? Slowly, the cat lifts her head, turning to stare right at you. You almost make out the visage of a ghostly, mischievous grin. After a pause, the cat sluggishly sniffs at the usual pile of documents waiting on the table. The cat continues inspecting the documents for a few seconds, then turns away, seeming pleased. Hey, can I ask you some questions instead? The cat stares at you, slowly blinking. What do you think of fate? The cat notes melodiously. She blinks at you, perplexed. Well, what do you think of death? The cat shakes herself in a manner which seems entirely indecipherable. She blinks at you, perplexed. But what do you think of the common systems of taxation? The cat meows. I mean, taxing the impoverished, giving cuts and benefits to the already rich? The cat looks at you quizzically. Eat the rich. That's what I've always said. The cat is absent-mindedly poking the papers on the table with her paw. I agree. I'm glad you agree, cat. The cat is starting to nod off, and technically that has nodding in it, so it signals agreement. She blinks at you, perplexed. This was informative. I'll be going now. The cat curls back into a ball and continues her previously disturbed slumber. We made money! Wait. Is there a cloud at the mirror? No, I'm not seeing things. It's fine. The bar only open on the weekend for us.
Ahoy, matey! What can old Mortimer offer ye today?
Nothing, clearly. Mortimer, what happened? You had so many things and now you have nothing. Oh no, I bought it all. How sad. Well, seeing as we're not having an existential crisis today, it's time to end the day. Another day of work in the Grim office. Read this. So here's the state of the world. This is our effect on things. We've got 7 people and some news. Let's find out what the news says. Politico. Anti-beige shorts animus still simmering in the background even after death of Frontlander. That student is dead. Tomorrow science. Engineers find nigh indecipherable design documents after the death of colleague. Try to actualize designs with moderate success. Crow news. Police officer finally arrested for spousal abuse. Oh, the private eye was eyeing the police officer. Dun dun dun. Utopian vision. It's a travesty this arrest took so long. The departments have been covering for Officer Coffin for years. Oh dear. Crow news again. Private Eye accidentally catches an illegal arms deal in the act while trailing adulterous spouse. Oh, Officer Coffin was a bad, bad man. Truth exploder. Vampires are real. Vampire hunter found dead in an alley with 2 puncture marks in their throat. Oh, but they're not supposed to be. Whoops. Influencer. Wallpapers are the fashion of the now. Get wallpapers now or be lame. Science today. In-depth overview. The merits of nuclear power. Well, that bodes well. Truth exploder. Vampire fanatic claims they have information on who killed vampire hunter Ramus. Well, wasn't that a fantastic day? All right. Read this. Lucky day. Or is it? The unjustly denigrated unlucky number 13. I fail to see the relevance of this kind of numerology, but it is a day like all other days, because it is the 13th day of work. Quota for the day. A total of 3 humans have to die. Humans in the field of religion have to die. Spare any humans with an artistic background. Enjoy your pleasant workday, Fate. Alrighty then, Fate. Thank you. Let's just put our papers in order so that we have room to work. Good enough. Up first on the chopping block is John Millibrand, 28. He's a cultist. I think cultists count as religious. Oh dear, it's gonna be that kind of day. John started following a prominent lifestyle guru on social media a few years ago. What began as an innocent interest in wall painting soon transformed into an unwavering insistence that wallpaper is the only acceptable wall covering. His effect on the world is unknown. We're supposed to spare humans in the field of religion, so he's probably a spare. But let's work through this. Spare humans with an artistic background. He's a musician. So we have Masahige Onilanzo, 66, an engineer musician no less. Still a part-time scholar, part-time engineer, and part-time musician who delights in building their own musical instruments out of scrap and spare parts. Uh-huh. Haven't I seen this before? Well, if he lives, nature and population go down. Wealth and peace go up. If he dies, nature and population go up, wealth and peace go down. He's an artistic background, so we're supposed to spare him. All right, in the possible spare pile. Next, Mathis Bard, 47, unemployed. Matthias. Matt has been following the escapades of Irving Ramus for a while, getting ever more obsessed with the existence of vampires. They've been lurking in abandoned houses, creepy manors, and dark alleyways. I believe Truth Explorer mentioned him. What is your effect on the world, my mans? If he lives, population and peace go down. If he dies, nature goes down, but peace goes up. Oh boy. I think he may in fact be the guy who killed Ramus. I'm not gonna lie. Victor Yashin, 47, safety inspector. Victor graduated at the top of their class and made the fast climb on the career ladder, becoming the chief safety inspector of a local nuclear power plant. They have already spotted several mistakes, possibly preventing many accidents. If he lives, nature, wealth, and peace go up. If he dies, population goes up, but everything else goes down. I think we should spare him just because we're not stupid, but, you know, we have to kill people today. A preacher. Oh no, a religious man. Or woman. Person. A religious person. Everyone is they, them here. We'll get to it, Trav. We'll get to it. Eswari Shah, 35, a preacher. Eswari found religion after hitting rock bottom. After selling a family clock radio for a tiny fix, they got mugged in the alleyway, but found help in a nearby church. After living through withdrawal, their life felt filled with an otherworldly warmth, so they devoted themselves to helping others in a situation similar to what theirs had been. If they live, population up, peace down. If they die, population and wealth down. Well, we're supposed to spare them anyway, so that should be fine. Mark F. Plyer. It's Markiplier, guys. 31, because he was 31 when this game came out, I guess. Or at least he was in his 30s when the game came out. Engineer, aspiring film director. Mark originates from the island of Ayaria, but moved to Cosmopolis City at a young age. They studied engineering at the Polytechnical Institute, then started a side career as a MeTuber, mostly videos about engineering, where they've gained a considerable following. Mainly, they aspire towards becoming a film director. I believe this is artistic. Markiplier is Markiplier. I mean, they're like, YouTuber. I've never seen him before, so we don't know what his effect will be, but he is an artist. He has an artistic background because he's an aspiring film director, so technically we should spare him. Jeez, this is gonna make today real difficult. Geardhard, Fajrjord, 26, the stonecutter. Geardhart cuts and carves stone blocks out of stone at the local quarry. That's basically it. There's very little else going on in their lives. Their dream is to visit some of the highest mountains in the world and maybe cut a tiny chunk of stone out of those too. Aww. We don't know what happens with this person. Alright. I think this one's considered engineering. I think he's an engineering background rather than an artist background, because all they do is make stone blocks rather than anything artistic. But now is the time to vote. We've been through all the choices. We have many things to consider. This is the current state of the world. It's wild. This is what we are magnifying for ill or for good. Does Geardhart live or die? Exclamation mark die or exclamation mark spare in the chat is your vote. This is how you guys get to play this game with me. I poke all the buttons for you. You guys tell me what to do. Oh, PP already in the deck. Get your votes in quick. Get your votes in quick. There's a couple of instructions. It's fine. We'll get to it. He's supposed to die. Death. How has he changed the world? Now that we know. Nature went up. Wealth would have gone up and nature would have gone down otherwise. He was a net positive, entirely a net positive, so Good for us, I suppose. That's one death down. Two more have to die. We are supposed to spare anyone in the field of religion must die. Anyone with an artistic background must be spared. So technically this Mark F. Plier should live. Howsoever. It would have been a very significant chunk of rock, yes. So we don't... This is an aspiring film director, so per the instructions, this is a spare. I'm not even going to give you guys a choice. It's just, this is it. And this has solved apparently many of our problems. Let's see what Mark F. Plier was about. Nature would go down, but wealth and population goes up because he lives. We had nature high enough that it stayed in the positives, but he did bring up everything else that was below. And if he died, nature would still go up, but wealth would go down. That was his effect on the world. So we now know that. All right, Markiplier, you get to live. All right, this is a preacher. Humans in the field of religion have to die. Her effect is if she dies, wealth and population goes down. That is a net negative. Everyone of religion has to die. Those are our instructions. So, wealth is going to take a major hit. Humans of the field of religion must die. So she's just... That's an instruction. Goodbye. And so these two things have gone into the negatives again. How say it? Safety inspector can live or die. But he is the safety inspector for the nuclear power plant. And for this, he's not a religion and he's not artistic. So, chat, does he live or does he die? Please vote now. I leave it up to you how bad things get. They are currently only this bad. It's exclamation mark spare in the chat. PP. Exclamation mark spare. Reaper beep boop only works with two commands, exclamation mark die or exclamation mark spare. But he is spared. He is spared. He lives. Nature has gone up significantly, as has, I believe, wealth. And peace has gone up a normal amount. Population is still lowered, but he doesn't affect population except if he dies. So it's fine. But look, the tree got even better because it's so far good. All right. Next on our list is an unemployed man who has been lurking about in abandoned houses and creepy manors and dark alleys, being obsessed with vampires. So chat, does this unemployed idiot live or die? We killed the vigilante. Do we kill him too? It's up to you. Exclamation mark die or exclamation mark spare in the chat. We have 2 deaths and 2 spares so far. If he is the last person to die, everybody else is an auto spare. Just so you knows. An engineer musician who would have been an auto spare, and a cultist who should have been an auto death. Well, It's fine, Trav. Typos happen. If he lives, wealth goes up, but population and peace go down. If he dies, peace goes up, but nature goes down. Whereas with the cultist, we don't know. But he is the reason why wallpaper is such a thing. Alright, I will let him live. There you go. You must be spared. So, wealth went up. And for you, wealth and peace went up, but peace didn't go up enough to deal with all the things that made it problematic. Nature went down, but it's high enough that it stayed good, I guess. And population went down, and it's already in the shitter, so that's fun. And then this man must die. Death. And now, we know that because he died, nature and peace go up. So peace recovers a bit. If he had lived, nature and peace would have gone down. There we go. Wallpaper is apparently terrible. 3 deaths, 4 spares. We have followed the rules. This is the state of the world now. Population is kind of going down, but everything else is on the rise. So, there we go. Those are our choices. Time to go talk to a cat. No existential crisis. Okay. The cat lounges on the table, brushing her ear with her paw. Without even glancing at the documents, she purrs softly, content at your accuracy and competence. I hope my gift is doing well. The sad little gerbil squeaks. The cat rolls her eyes, which is admittedly a very bizarre thing to observe. She notes, then curls into a ball, indicating it's time for you to leave. No existential crisis waiting for us when we come down.
Avast ye! Pursue the finest booty you've ever seen.
I've pursued all the booty. But it is the weekend, so we can go to Cerberus's den. Hello, we got new people in. Hey, Cerby!
Why, hello again. The den is always glad to see a returning customer. 2 weeks down and you're still kicking. Well done. Say, I've been thinking and, I was hoping you'd explain it to me, the process. I mean, how do you make the choices? How do you really decide who gets to live and who doesn't?
I carefully compare all the data with the requirements.
Your dedication and diligence are noteworthy. Must take you a long time, though.
The rules are clear, the files are clear. Match one to the other.
Simple as that, eh? Okay, then another question I've been pondering about the process. Do you think about the people after you've made the decision? Or do you forget all about them after it's done?
I remember, but what's done is done.
Doesn't all of it make you anxious? Sure makes me, and I ain't even the one choosing. Yeah, I don't think I could handle the pressure. Gazing upon the decision tree, how it branches out across infinity, across space and time. Anyway, this has been enlightening. Thanks for the answers. Anything I can get you?
Yeah, what's the deal with Lady Poddington?
Fate's cat. She's an adorable furball, ain't she? Always skulking around in search of mischief. She sneaks down here, too, so I feed her a few morsels.
I want to pet the cat.
The fur's like perfect velvet, you know. It's nice she keeps Fate company. Fate's archaic. All those aeons might not be good for the, you know, mentality. What else you got in mind?
Someone contacted me using a profile.
Oh? What did this mysterious entity want?
They wanted me to follow weird orders.
And you following, or what?
No, I'm... not telling. Could be dangerous.
You're already dead, ain't ya? What's the worst that could happen? Elsewise, truth be told, I'm of little help. I don't know what goes around in the office, I just own the den. What else you got in mind?
I keep hearing voices.
That's so. Well, most of us hear voices a lot of the time.
No, there's a voice in the mirror.
Ah, wait, so you got a mirror that reflects back your own voice?
I don't think the voice is how I sound like.
It's not like I can hear it. All I got is you sitting here sounding like a regular Reaper, scraggly and skeletal. Or maybe it's your conscience trying to kick through the barrier. Becoming a Reaper ain't easy, so you haven't fully internalized the struggle, you're not happy with your work, or you sense something's off. But what do I know? I'm just a barkeep, so that makes me only half a therapist.
According to some ghosts, you can be double dead. Yeah, exactly, Trav, exactly. I'd like a drink.
Sure, what's your poison?
Do we want the usual for 500? The gin and tariff, we know what it does. It magnifies nature and wealth. There's also Tax on the Beach, the Bloody Gary, the Corpse Survivor, the Heat Death of the Universe, Iced Coffee, Milk to neutralize out anything that we have drunk before, or nothing. What would we like? Chat, I'll leave it up to you. Tell me what to do, please. Make decisions for me. I would appreciate it. PP says the usual. Alright. Anybody else have a thought on that? I do have channel point options that can affect these decisions that I pose to chat. One of which forces me to choose. One of which allows someone in chat to decide to make themselves the ruler of the vote and make the decision for everybody as well. Your choice on which one you would use if you have the channel points to do it. You have no idea what any of the others do. Try the usual. Oh, I got 2 votes for the usual and nobody has used channel points, so let's go. The usual it is.
One Armageddon punch for the gruesome Reaper.
We actually do know what this one does. Goodbye. Let's toast our fellows. Apocalypse Punch tastes as before, of exploding suns, decaying civilizations, and ignited singularities. Feels a bit less special this time around, although it's still delectable. I'll be going now.
Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
So this one gave us magnification in all categories, not just 2. 1 or 2. But we have 2 new people to talk to, so shall we talk to a fellow Reaper? Or shall we talk to whoever this guy is? The dude in white or the fellow Reaper? Who are we talking to? So if this is our cinnamon and hot sauce one, yeah, everything. Yes, it is. It is. That's the usual. That's our drink from the test. So technically, Trav, we know what 2 of the drinks do. Well, 3 if you count milk. Who we talking to, chat? The dude in white or the fellow Reaper? I love how they're not looking at you until you hover over them, and then they're definitely looking at you. The fellow Reaper? Sure.
Yes?
I'm... Okay. We are... The vibes that we started from the beginning of the game is polite, but laid back. We're not eagerly polite. We're not excitable. We're just laid back and polite. Hello, how's it going?
Not great. Why are you talking to me?
No distinct reason.
Ah, well, I see.
So, what's going on?
Do you know about the butterfly effect?
Maybe, but remind me.
It's like that effect. When a butterfly flaps its wings, and then a tornado destroys a city and demolishes everyone and everything in it.
Whoa, that's one powerful butterfly.
No, it's not the butterfly itself. It's, well, I mean, what if I'm that butterfly? Eh? Haphazardly fluttering around, and then millions of souls perish in anguish.
I really don't think that's how it works.
Oh, you're not listening. Just like everyone else, I don't want that on my conscience. I can handle it, and that's the least of my problems. Last week, someone put my stapler in a large jar of strawberry jelly.
How did you get it out?
Well, I panicked. I tried to eat the stapler to freedom. Oh, that went as badly as you can imagine. I chipped a tooth. Some of my bones still stick together. And that's still not all of it. Last month I had to work in the dog department. But I love dogs.
It's sad, but it has to be done.
Does it really? And the people in the dog department, the absolute bad apples. I was scared for the afterlife. I was. But you know, before that, someone filled my room with balloons.
Hang on, is someone just picking on you?
Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I have an inkling it's the one they call Lance Thrasher.
Lance Thrasher?
Yes, and people keep telling me how great Lance Thrasher is. How fun they are to hang out with, how awesome they are, how amazing. How they tell the best jokes and get into the craziest shenanigans.
They immediately sound exhausting.
Yes, right? I don't get it either. So, I thought I had to let them know. I walked straight over to Lance and I told them that I don't find them riveting and I don't particularly care about their lame jokes.
Well, then what happened?
But then Lance just said, keep it real, and then went on to do a handstand on their desk. Everyone in the office started chanting their name. Lance, 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 Lance.
What an absolute tool.
After this, they started making my life miserable.
Why do you think it's them?
The culprit keeps writing Thrasher was here on everything, with a marker. So, problem solver, what do you think? What should I do?
You should just kill Lance. I don't think that's the laid back answer. You should get back at Lance. Make them leave you alone. I don't think he's capable of that. Sorry, but you yourself seem to be the source of all your problems? I don't know about that one. Dang, the whole universe seems to be against you.
Right? That's exactly how I feel. But not you. You're a great listener. And that helps. A bit. to know that someone cares and understands.
9 times out of 10, that's all you really need to do to help somebody in their woes. Because most of the time, there's not much you can do to actually do anything for them. But sit and listen and be understanding and, I mean, just let them feel heard.
Thank you, friend. Now I must head back to work.
Trav, we may be doing exactly that. So now this guy is grayed out. He's no longer technically there. But this guy, we can absolutely talk to.
Accentuate the morphological field. Or some reclassification of the framing stratum. Ah, I should have known. Scaffolding of the antediluvian complex. Oh, maybe. Meta-resonance trigger.
What's going on, strange fellow?
I'm the strange one, am I? Fairly put, I suppose. I am the prime curator of the Abysmal Archive. The archive of all existence.
This man knows all.
Or the bits I've managed to catalogue thus far. Did you know there is a lot of existence?
I did not.
Wise. An inexperienced mind might implode attempting to grasp it all. But never mind all that. I shouldn't disturb you with ancient accounts. As you're talking to one of the archive, I suppose you have numerous questions. Worldly questions.
This is not, in fact, Lance Thrasher, by the by.
I'm happy to oblige. What is it you wish to learn?
What's going on in the archive?
Much could be told. Alas, you're not of the correct conviction to learn it all.
Suffice to say, the archive holds and protects matters concerning the entire cosmos.
What do you mean by correct conviction?
Young Spawn, your mind is pierced by disorder and volatility.
It's true.
You burn with resentment, often lashing out, and dream of a symphony of destruction.
Less true.
Seek out a more balanced ethos, and you may get to peek deeper into the Abysmal Archive.
So essentially, if we had kept all of the 4 stats balanced enough, he might give us a real answer. How big is the archive, anyway?
Immeasurable these days. What little you see down in the cellar is but a tiny corner.
What is it you do in the archive?
There's a lot to do. I gather, protect, and curate. It must be kept in order to guarantee optimal research conditions. You see, many archives are also research centers. Others come to examine our files, trying to find interesting new topics.
I said might, Trav. Might.
Or they rediscover old themes and ideas. Tons of fun,
We also provide population data for the calculatorium.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Tell me the history of the office.
Ah, our most venerable tower of drudgery, where all fortunes get decided.
How old is this place?
This place in particular, hundreds of years. You think that's not very long, don't you? Yeah, well, we had to relocate. The original place got too cramped due to growing activity.
Who built the new office?
Fate had it commissioned. Found a couple of talented young architects who had just started a new bureau. I think it was called Langenfried. Took some effort to find the perfect spot in Cosmopolis, but the construction went smoothly.
Also possible, Trav. It could be a rare ending. Who was the first Reaper?
Spawn number 1.
As a remembrance, I am spawn number 18. I'm not entirely certain how that's possible unless they've been recycling numbers.
They're not around anymore, though. Meticulous at first, but grew rather erratic over time, so fate had to fire them. Straight into the sun! Blam!
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
How does the office function?
Efficiently, as far as I can tell.
I mean, how many floors does this place have?
Can I recall the number? I haven't counted for so long. Seems to me it gets bigger all the time, but not all can see all the floors, yes? Floor visibility is restricted by necessity.
How many departments are there?
How many entities are there? All across the cosmos. I reckon there are as many as must be.
Does anything else interesting happen in the office?
What would you deem more interesting than managing the intricacies of life and death, eh? Although, wild things happen over at accounting. Beyond belief. When it comes to filing tax forms, you can't even imagine what they get up to.
That's a terrifying thing to think about. They must have recycled. Or maybe it's spawn produced by a specific method, which suggests that you have a special destiny. You do work directly for fate, after all. This is true. It could just be that we are the 18th Reaper that fate himself has made.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
I got a red profile with a message. Did you send it?
Definitely not. I wouldn't dare to interfere with the fine-tuned pipeline of profile selection. This is a most dire breach of conduct. I hope there wasn't anything inappropriate on the file.
Yeah, it asked me to break the rules.
Most terrible. I hope you dealt with the matter accordingly. We must be vigilant for these lapses in judgment. A datamonger, a reaper, someone grows disillusioned with the structure before them and develops a heart of rebellion.
And that's bad?
It begins with a trickle of disarray which soon affects all departments, leading towards a major slowdown. We are a complex clockwork whole. If one falls out of line, the whole begins to suffer. The system lags, becomes less efficient, and less accurate. This can lead to a grievous cataclysm, for the world depends on our cohesion.
Well, thanks for the answers. See ya.
I hope you enjoyed our talk. I must return to the archive. I hear it beckon.
So we've met a ghost janitor. This guy is practically a ghost as well, because I don't think he actually needs the elevator to get in and out of this room. But that is, unless we want another drink, that is all we can do here, so. You can sometimes see him floating around in this library area below that we have no access to. Just FYI. Alright, we've spent our monies. We don't have any existential crises. We've seen Fate's cat. It's time to end the day. Onward! Ooh, we have 9 profiles today. What does the news say? Crow news. Stonecutter crushed in avalanche during a skiing vacation. Oh, how sad. Matthias Bard, arrested for the murder of Vampire Hunter, confesses to poking 2 tiny holes into the neck. Aha! I knew it! I knew it! That guy is definitely a murderer. Truth Exploder. Arrest is a cover-up. The truth is out there. Vampires erasing their tracks. Well, I don't think that's how that worked out. But that's all the things for today. This is how the world is as it is. This is our effect on the world. We are amplifying everything we do for good or ill. And these are what we need to do today. Morning, Grim. I expect you in my office for your performance review after you are done today. Do not worry about that right now, though. Focus on the task at hand. 6 humans have to die. Anyone related to the transportation industry has to die. Choose humans on the left side of the profile bundle to die. Looking forward to the review. Fate. Oh shit. Transportation and the left. This is where it gets complicated, and this is where I need you guys to be on the ball. So open up your note taking. We must get through everybody. I'm not even going to move them from their positions. I'm just going to put them right back. Here we go. Jacques Montague, 31, a long-distance cyclist. Long-distance biking. Yep, that's actually pretty much it. I'm asking Cadaver Resources to put me into a different department. Writing these drives me insane. If anyone is reading this, sign my petition at the water cooler next to desk 5. What is his effect on the world? We don't know. Oh shoot. Put you back. He is on the left side. Augustus Zagsma, 44, a taxi driver. Augustus dreams of becoming a millionaire, but is also content with being a taxi driver. Their cab is decorated from hood to trunk, featuring several disco balls, aquarium wallpaper, and subwoofers playing techno rave on full blast. Alright, what is your effect? We have no idea. Never had him before. Ike Fulani, 28, ambulance driver. Ike is certain that speed is the most important thing about an ambulance driver. Relentless speed, immaculate handling. At work, they braid their hair into a rat tail and have earned the right to wear a custom-made bright orange jumpsuit. Do we know anything about this man? I don't know. Apparently, if he lives, population goes up, and if he dies, nature goes up and population goes down. Go back. All right. Ahoru Firestone, 38, a homemaker. Ahoru decided to dedicate their life to taking care of their home and 2 children. Their partner is the sole breadwinner of the family, and although the kids are getting more independent, Ahoru has no intention of returning to work. Do we know anything about them? That is the question. Nope. We know nothing. Just gonna move this over here. Angus Armitage, 37, policy consultant. Basically, we need to go through the right-hand piles and kill off the transport ones on the left side and make up the numbers. I mean, I guess. There's nothing like the smell of freshly mined coal in the morning. At least that's what Angus believes. They consult politicians on all energy-related policies, always advocating for more drilling, more mining, more cutting. Clean energy is for losers, apparently. If they live, wealth goes up, and everything else goes down. If they die, nature and population goes up, but wealth and peace go down. They're just a problematic profile in general, I think. Reggie R. Roback, 32, unemployed. Reggie graduated from clown school a long time ago, but the search for a paying clown gig has been unfruitful. They keep making balloon animals in their tiny apartment in the fear of losing the finesse. They also stay in character 24/7, which some people might find creepy. Okay, this is an untenable situation. Let's try that. Much better. We don't know anything about him. Why am I not surprised? Leland Polyakov, 40, a gravedigger. A yellow sun rises, shots have been fired tonight, is what Leland says every morning, looking into the distance, prepared for all the crime victims that inevitably get brought in that day. Occasionally, they find bones from the dirt and use them to act out key scenes from Whamlet, aka Hamlet. This man sounds a little crazy. If he lives, population and peace go up. If he dies, nature and peace go down. Ashley Dale, 53, a train conductor. Choo-choo! All aboard the best train ever! Whichever train Ashley is conducting, they consistently broadcast uplifting messages and jokes, brightening the passengers' day. And I have to kill this woman. What is her effect? If she lives, wealth and peace go up. If she dies, wealth and peace go down. She's both a transportation industry person and on the left. Jeez Louise. And then last but not least, Titus Grown is 33 and retired already. Dang, I want his job. Titus is the latest heir of a noble pedigree. As such, they managed to retire young due to all the inherited wealth. These days, they spend their time lounging listlessly in constant ennui. Okay, maybe I don't want his life. If he lives, nature and wealth goes down, and if he dies, wealth and peace go up. Okay. This is where we stand. So, on the right, we have a taxi driver. Who is in transportation and must die. That did not do good things for us. That did not do good things for us. But he's dead now, so it's fine. You're unemployed. You're an ambulance driver. Ambulance is sort of transportation? Or is it medical? If we kill this man, it's gonna be bad. No, it's not that bad. Population's already shitty, but nature will be happy. But it's definitely a transport job. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna put this one to a vote. Vote now. Does he live or die? Ambulance driver. Is he a transportation industry or is he medical? You guys decide. I don't wanna. Exclamation mark die or exclamation mark spare in the chat, and Reaper B Boop will let me know. But get your vote in now because we only have 40 seconds on the clock to get it in. Lurkers, you're fine if you wish to not vote. I love you. Lurkers are loving life on chat, but if you would like to play this game with me, this is how. And in a tie, I have to decide. I see how it is, PP. I believe that you are bullying me now. Is this because Dragon's been bullying you recently? Do I get the clap back for that because I also play D&D? What is going on here? What is your effect again, dude? I kind of want him to live, honestly. Dragon always bullies me. You didn't. You hit spare on him. This got tied. There was one die and one spare, as you can see. I have to make this decision on my own. Because I'm the tiebreaker, because I have the buttons. I'm gonna say he's medical and I'm gonna let him live. Look at that. Population better. Okay. He's unemployed. But he's not on the left. He is a gravedigger. So not transportation, not on the left. Okay, out of the people on the left, I need 5 more deaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is literally all of them. I know, PP, I'm just teasing. We're all friends here. We're all friends here. I am just as sarcastic and sassy as can be. So, the long distance cyclist, death. The homemaker, death. The policy consultant, death. The train conductor had to die anyways, death. I actually hate that I had to kill her. The retired dude, death. Which means you get to live. And strangely, you also get to live. Creepy bastard. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all of them. This is the state of the world. So, nature is still high, but is on the lowering. Wealth is high and on the rise. Peace is low, but on the rise. And population is mid and on the rise. So, honestly, at the end of that, we're kind of better than where we started. We do need to get population and peace back up, but there we are. That is what we managed for today. Hopefully we don't get wrecked because of this guy. Time for our review. Those are our choices. Here we go. No existential crisis. Fate is in.
I have returned.
Yes.
Did you miss me?
I wonder if they have a higher tier icon. I don't know. I don't know. I've never maxed them out. My son loves that we have that love-hate relationship in D&D. I'm glad, PP. I'm glad. Your son sounds like a cool kid. Just FYI. So we are polite but laid back. Sure, I like our little chats.
Great. I'm glad you enjoy our frequent discourse. So, okay. Yes. Today is your 2-week performance evaluation.
Welcome in, Mr. Scragg. Thank you for the lurk. I hope your modding is going well.
But before that, we must quickly check your daily conduct. Where did I place those papers, please? Where are you? Ah, here we go. Right. Seems to be correct, or whatever. Let us proceed to the more important evaluation.
He did not even seem to really look over our paperwork. Should we be concerned? Yeah, he is more mature than most people his age. He is 19 and honestly more sensible than some 30 plus people I know. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that he is mature not only in mind but in emotions, because that's usually what is necessary to be a mature person for one's age. As someone who has always been that, I get it. And he runs D&D, which is freaking fantastic. Just saying. I'm gonna wait patiently, because that is the polite thing to do.
Ah, Grim. How should I put it? In essence, you are a solid and dedicated worker. You play by the book. You do what you are told. There is little to criticize in your conduct, except perhaps for the minor lack of independence.
But the rules are there for a reason. What else am I supposed to do?
Of course, great care goes into calculating the equilibrium. But is that all that matters? One might expect at least an inkling of rebellion. Does an autonomous personality hide anywhere within your skull? You are dependable, faithful, trusted. Is that all you are content with? Now, obviously, you are to be granted a small bonus. No one can argue you have not earned it. Keep it up. The ultimate evaluation is in 2 weeks.
Well, that's not ominous or anything. No, not at all. Not ominous at all. We got quite the bonus. I shall disobey your orders tomorrow then, if that's convenient for you. Indeed, Trav, indeed. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. When he was 16, lost a testicle. He is not ashamed of it either, but unlike a lot of teen/men, instead of hating his body, etc., he said to me the next day that he would have offered me a game of tennis, but he left his ball in the hospital. Oh, your kid is so sweet. You should be a very proud mama. Well, I think...
Back from our booty, are ye?
Sadly, I wish you had any, Mortimer, but you're out. There ain't nothing. The archivist is not in, but we can go to the bar. We have already talked to both of these guys, so we cannot talk to them again. We can, however, get another drink.
Hey, Grimmy. Pleased to see you again. Not much else happening on this quiet Sunday, though, so I appreciate you dropping in. What's on your mind?
Tell me about the archivist.
The prime curator of the archive, you mean? They work down in the cellar, below Mortimer. I haven't met anyone so enamored with structure and organizations before, but I guess it comes with the territory.
Yeah, it kind of does.
People often feel they're a bit difficult to interact with, given that they can get distracted by the catalog of unfathomable paradigms in their head.
Fair.
All I gotta say is, they're pretty fun. What else you got in mind?
Do we want another drink? I'll leave it up to chat. Or are we happy with the drink we have? Yeah, I was being all nice and not making jokes, or that, as I know how some can feel less of a man for having lost one, but he was like, yeah, shit happens. That's a fantastic point of view. We want to try a new one? Okay, okay. Well, it seems that we've gotten wealth and nature up. Perhaps we might try to find the one that works on population and peace. So the usual is magnifying all. Jin and Tariff is wealth and nature. Shall we try tax on the beach? That might be, if the name gives any clue, wealth and population. Bloody Gary is probably peace and population. The corpse reviver might be nature and peace. The heat death of the universe iced coffee might be a randomization of one of them, and milk cancels everything out. So, I have a vote for the Bloody Gary. Anybody else in the chat want to weigh in on this decision? Now is your time to speak up. But if you're just lurking, if you're just chilling while you're doing other things, that's fine too. We love you. Don't think that I don't, just because you're not talking to me or participating in the chat. It is all optional. I'm just happy to have you guys here. Well,
Who doesn't love some accounting on the beach?
whoops.
The calculator may get sandy, but so what?
That was not the one I wanted. We're gonna find out what it does. The drink hits you like a rip current of an ocean. It pulls and drags, eroding away your essence one grain of sand at a time, yet you also taste the mischievous playfulness. A few minutes later, you feel like you're lying within an endless dune buried deep like the royalty of old. You know what? I'd like a different
What's your
drink.
poison?
I got money. So we will actually get the Bloody Gary now that I didn't mean to get taxed on the beach.
Can't go wrong with the Bloody Classic. It'll kickstart your recovery from any slump.
As the seemingly metallic taste hits you, it hints at the usage of real blood, but in truth it's just tomato juice. The drink has a sharp, peppery undertone. Still, every sip makes you feel secure, as if you've woken from a nightmare to find yourself at home, basking in the warm morning rays of the rising sun. Alright.
Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
I didn't mean to click tax on the beach. I did click it by accident. And then I grabbed the Bloody Gary. So I don't know if they overwrite each other. We'll see what happens. We can't talk to either of these guys because they're not here. They're grayed out. They're not talking to us. So we must end the day. We did spend more money than I meant to, but we had it, so it was fine. No existential crisis to be found. Let's just move on, shall we? New day and also new week. Time to get to work. As you can see, it is now the 15th. We have 8 people to deal with. What is the new? This is the state of the world. So we are on at least 2nd tier of nature and wealth and population. 1st tier of peace. Nature is going down. Everything else is going up. That's the state of the world, from what I understand it. This is the effect of our drink. Apparently peace is the only thing that is magnetized, or is being affected by our drink. Just peace. I don't know if that's because I do not know if that's because of the combination of drinks that I was drinking, but that's where we're at. So, peace. Hopefully we will get peace up. That might be helpful. All right. Ooh, we should do mail. Economista, Titus's last testament states all assets of their estate to be auctioned off, invested into a diverse selection of firms and NGOs. EcoWatch. Local wildlife reportedly happy this morning for some reason. Nobody knows why. Crow News. Cosmopolis suburbs announced record levels of clean air, recovering from decades of coal exploitation. No, it's just because the second drinks don't combo. Because there's less drivers around. Yeah. Motor Media. New program of ex-rally drivers trained for driving ambulances proves to be a huge success. Fantastic. Crow News. Locals light a bonfire made from car tires and aquarium wallpaper in memory of beloved cab driver. They were a gem of this neighborhood, commented local lady sobbing. Oh, that couldn't have been good for the air. The Daily Moon. Unidentified man found dead in a nearby forest. Police suspect murder. Science Today. Dormant plague bacteria discovered in permafrost waiting to be released. Well, that can't be good. I am indeed on PC, yes. I am playing this game through Steam. In fact, if you would like to play this game, there you go. Direct to the Steam store. Foodies. Cozy Bohemian Waffle House gaining popularity. Go check it out. Alright. Some of that is the effects of yesterday. Some of that is what is currently going on. What do we need? Congratulations, Grim. You passed the performance review as expected, but let us not dwell on the past. I need you to focus on the future. This will be a tough day. Be attentive. Well, thank you, PP. We cannot... I am the only person who can do links in the chat, so just be aware of that. Quota for the day. A total of 6 humans out of 8 need to die. At least 3 with a scientific background have to die, and at least 2 aged 30 or younger have to die. Humans are so easily corrupted. Good reaping, fate. Oof. They could have... That just needed to be scooched up just a little bit. And the VIPs, yes. But generally, Mr. Scrake, you send me things in DM. So, but PP, you can direct message me on Discord through either Fen or Dragon's Discord servers. So, either way. We good. King of the Castle. I'll check it out. I'll check it out later. Well, with only 2 survivors, probably best to pull out the ones who fulfill the kill criteria first. Alright, well, we don't have a left to right thing, so I can, like, just line these up in a row like I usually do, which is what I usually do. Here we go. Ivan Maitlov, 23, a student. Ivan is a student at the local Polytechnical Institute, but their real passion is hiking. They are preparing for a challenging skiing trip to the nearby mountains with a group of friends. On the completion of this trip, they would all be awarded the highest hiker certification. He is under 30 years old. He is with a scientific background, even though he's a student. Polytechnical Institute. I mean, Steam Interactive is great, PP, when you have a very active chat. As you can see, my chat is pretty chill and most everyone is lurking. So, as much as I would love to do more Steam Interactive games, I just don't have the community to support that most of the time. Like, I've got 2, maybe 3 people at most voting when I even put up a vote. So, a lot of the times I'm just in it on my own. Which, if you have a highly a highly Twitch interactive game, is not great. Definitely 0.69, Mr. Scrake. Hey. Bite their noses. I mean, if that would work, but no, it's mostly that I am a lurker-friendly chat. So, you know, if people just want to hang out and chill, whatever, I'm more than happy to facilitate that and do all the talking. Because this is my socialization for every day. If he feels 2 of the criteria, that would be handy. Do note that today is not X must die, but at least X must die. Big difference. Yes. So let's see what his effect is before we do anything with this man's. We don't know. We don't know. So with that being said, he is technically part of 2 criteria, so I'm gonna put him on the book to see if we vote on him later. He might be a death. Christopher Wyatt, money launderer, over the age limit. Christopher opened a Waffle House in the middle of Cacti Valley to have a reason to claim illegal income but avoid customers. When a hiker finds the place, which sometimes happens, Christopher starts sweating profusely and attempts to cook with 10-year-old ingredients. Oh no. Oh no. What is his effect? If he lives, wealth and population go down. If he dies, nature and wealth goes up. He's not a scientific background. He's not 30 or younger, but I might just kill him because he's a terrible person. Are you saying bye-bye because you're headed out, or are you saying bye-bye to this man's in particular? He's in the maybe pile. Yeah, he's kind of disposable. Bye-bye to him. We'll get there. We'll get there. He's in the maybe pile. All right. Next up is Neha Basara, 34, so above the age limit, but a geneticist. So she is a scientist. Neha is secretly researching the genetic combining of plants and animals. In addition to mammals capable of photosynthesis and sunflowers with ears, they also dream of a pet hedgehog with an actual hedge instead of spines. So far, the research has been costly, but they believe it's for the greater good. Their colleagues, however, are on high alert. How bad of a person are you? If they live, nature goes down. If they die, nature and population go up, but wealth goes down. Probably gonna die pile. Yeah. But that is at least 2 with a scientific background so far. And 1 of which is under 30. So we're getting somewhere. This guy might die just because he's an asshole. Next is Peter Fields, 27, so under the age limit. A system administrator. So that's technically kind of science. I don't know if that counts. We'll see. Peter started working in sysadmin at a hospital straight out of college, but doesn't really understand what data security is. When new employees join the team, they usually send them all their passwords and other classified information through Smipe, unencrypted. Oh, this guy is bad. If he lives, wealth, population, and peace go down. If he dies, population and peace go up. Okay. That's the 2 humans under 30, 2 of which are a scientific background. That's the 3. We just need, like, this is like 4 deaths right here. This is 4 deaths right here. So we just need like 2 more dudes. Let's find out who the good people are. Garrett Galtz, 36, inventor / scam artist. Who is this person? A nobody. Vain and arrogant, they promised numerous grand inventions, all of which failed. Blinded by egoism, they refused to learn any lessons and continued on this path, ultimately leading to the ruin of several businesses and the death of a number of people. Holy, Garrett, what the fuck? If he lives, nature, wealth, and population goes down. If he dies, nature, wealth, and peace go up. I think this guy... Yeah, he's as bad as this guy. So that's 5. We just need one more death and we're good. Based on the main character of Atlas Shrugged. Yes, indeed. Alright. Lanani Latia, 40, marine biologist. She's a professor at the Cosmopolis Central University, has dedicated their life to studying the well-being of aquarium fish. Since it's already known that goldfish have a decent memory, they advocate banning small fish bowls. Alright. If they live, nature and peace goes up. If they die, nature and peace goes down. This is a clear cut of you get to live. You get to live. You just get to live. Lanai? I don't know. They just get you know what? They just get to live. They're a good person. Ahiro Benkole. I am just destroying his name or their name. It's sad. As long as there are 3 other science types, she can live. Careful there. He's an archaeologist. He's currently organizing an excavation in colder regions, digging up some permafrost in the hopes of finding artifacts from the fabled age of colossal hamsters. Oh, but we know that there's a dormant plague bacteria discovered in permafrost just waiting to be released. If he lives, population and peace go down, and if he dies, population and peace goes up, but wealth goes down. Just gonna... That's 6. Let's hope this guy isn't worse. Anson Sin, 22, a sinner. Anson loves to sin, is committed to performing all of the 4 deadly sins daily. They live in a cave outside the city, avoiding law enforcement. What do we know? We don't know nothing. Well, shite. This guy can't live because he will inflict a plague upon the earth. This guy has already killed people. Are you the worst? We don't know about you. We need 3 science people. Although... Is this a science? This is a science. We might be able to save the student. But he's below the age. This is above the age. Wait. You're below the age too. Actually, we could save this guy and kill this guy and it would be okay. We know she's good. And I bet you anything that this student is not the worst of the bunch. And they would become awarded the highest hiker certification. I was kind of feeling bad about him. But like... Here's 3 science types. Here's 3 terrible people. 2 of these people are under 30. This actually might work out. The hedgehog lover? No, she's terrible. She's terrible. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. She's terrible. It's so much better if she does not die. If she dies. I actually think that this is the way to go. I think these guys die and these guys live, and it should be okay. Because at least 3 of these humans are of a scientific background. Pretty sure. And at least 2 of them are under 30. I think we're good. All right. What I'm gonna do, chat. We're not gonna vote on any of these people. I've made up my mind. This round is on me. All right? This round is on me. So let's go. Let's just start marking people. You die. You die. You're terrible. Whoop. You die. Because you cannot survive. You are the worst scum. Go. You are pretty terrible scum. Go. You are just stupid. See what you actually do. Yeah, you're just... Peace is much better. Alright. Live. Live, my girl. She actually technically goes here, but it's fine. What do you actually do? Let's find out what your stuff is. Oops. Aha. Yep. She's good. Actually, I was thinking, is this guy that we didn't know? Yeah, now we know. Is there anybody we didn't know? Much better. Much better. Yeah, if he had lived, terrible things. Much better. What about you? Terrible things. Much better. Terrible things. Much better. And we already know about you. Okay, so the state of the world is now... Everything is at the 2nd level at the very least. Peace has gotten way better because we are amplifying peace now. So here we go. 6 people had to die. 2 people got to live. We've done all the qualifications. Let's hope that this was enough. Oh, existential crisis time.
Yes, you did it, Reaper. You have achieved. Your grandeur grows with every passing moment. Soon we'll be but mere motes beside your blazing glory.
I'm not sure.
Because you're a fraud, ain't? We can see through your shell, you imposter. Carry forth your deed of darkness, Reaper. But stop before it's too late. Already getting a bit late as we speak. The dusk nears.
No idea what this existential crisis is blathering on about. Have not figured out their role. Hey, Fate!
Good evening, Grim. I hope you are doing well. I forgot to ask you yesterday. how did it feel going through almost a whole week on your own?
Basic. One day follows another.
Just so. Even we cannot stop the constant advance of time. Well, let us quickly go over the usual administrative matters. The papers.
Fate seems a little distracted, don't you think?
I see you have marked the appropriate number of profiles. Yay. Honestly, this corporate mandate is growing a bit tiresome. Oh well, what must be done? Speaking of, yesterday marked a significant moment in your career. Are you content with your evaluation?
Not sure about the whole rebellion thing you spoke of.
Oh, the fancy of my imagination. Take it as a metaphor. This reminds me. Have you any questions? It has been a while since we had a personable dialogue.
I'm still a bit unclear on the origin of the rules.
What do you mean?
Do you pick what's supposed to happen and let's make it happen, or am I the one who actually picks and makes things happen?
Oh, nothing of the sort. The world, and the people therein, create the situations themselves without our interference. Our datamongers assemble, collate, and examine wide swathes of data, and calculate the parameters for the necessary equilibrium. We do not directly cause deaths, although our choices can modify the structure slightly.
How can that be? If I mark the profiles, don't these decisions affect other people?
In a sense. But this is certainly not a one-to-one sequence of causal links. You should consider, time works a bit differently in here. Anything else?
How long is a day, anyway?
The complexity of time. Imagine that it is not a fixed and stable entity.
Are you saying that it's a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey sort of soup? Which is both a Doctor Who reference and a Critical Role reference?
I am sure you did not think only 15 days have passed since your arrival. Considering the frequency and magnitude of events in your moderately sized region.
Then how does it work?
Time is an inconsistent flux. While you rest, days, weeks, months may pass at different intervals. Profiles from diverse moments appear on the same day, interlaced, within a rhizome of time and space stretching beyond mere 4 dimensions. That is why causal links are difficult to establish, and the equilibrium is of unfathomable complexity. Anything else?
What's my history? Was I someone?
You are a death spawn. I crafted you out of different materials.
Where did my parts come from?
The store. And places. Anything else?
Do you play chess? I recall some film about death with tons of chess.
No. I am instead particular to this game called Go. Aesthetically pleasing, less violent and imperialistic.
I appreciate that. I have played both chess and Go in my lifetime, and I do find Go to be the more compelling game. I do find chess to be quite violent indeed. But chess was a game created to mimic battlefield tactics, or at least tactical thinking. So In a way, it's supposed to be violent, whereas Go is of a more complex origin. So unfathomable is the equilibrium that we get an updating summary on the snow globe on our desk. Yep, Trav, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
No, we're done.
Oh, one more thing. It was nice of you to gift Lady the little gerbil. I am sure she appreciates it. Although, personally, I am growing rather tired of the incessant squeaking.
By the way, I noticed the toy behaving oddly, squeaking on its own and all.
Yes? What is odd about it?
I mean, how can that be? Is it alive or something?
But of course.
No way.
What is alive, Grim? What does living truly mean?
Yes. Go is politics, chess is warfare. If Go has failed, you end up with chess. That's kind of how that works.
The toy is crafted with magic, of course. It holds the essence of a living little beast inside that rubber core.
Cool.
Magic sure is wondrous.
A loud squeak interrupts from somewhere behind the table.
Until tomorrow, Grim.
You can decide not to give the toy to the cat. I don't recommend it unless you like chaos. In which case, do as you please. Can we buy another one?
Shiver me timbers. Ye sure can't get enough of the Emporium.
Nope. Is our friend down below? Not that I see. Alright, time to end the day. Back to work with us. Here's the state of the world. Here's our effect on it, for good or ill. We have 4 profiles, so it's going to be a very simple or a very difficult day. What is the news? Crow news. Archaeologist impales themselves on the massive tusk of a supposed giant hamster. Oh dear. Dr. Leilani, the results are in. Fish can have a little salami. Why does that rhyme? Crow news. Inventor drowns in first attempt to start the construction of an underwater city. Yeah. Yeah. No Atlas Shrugged. No Bioshock for that guy. Mm-mm. What? No City of Rapture? No. No City of Rapture. Crow news. Body of local sinner found in a cave crushed under a pile of loot. Oh, you sinner, you. Alrighty. Look here, Grim. How about we try some new methods of maintaining equilibrium? I have great faith in these techniques of a more structural nature. Quota for the day. A total of 2 humans have to die. The humans on the opposite ends of the profile bundle have to die. Yes, this may be the key. Fate. So technically, these 2 should die. The economic consultant and the robotics engineer. Anderson has saved countless of businesses from going completely bankrupt, yet the only business they can't seem to save at all, for some unfathomable reason, is their spouse's DVD-CD rental shop. It just steers into failure all the time. Kamala has been into robotics ever since their parents gifted them a mechanical construction set for their 7th birthday. They used to work at the Space Exploration Agency, designing robot rovers to be sent to other planets. They are an avid fan of violent action films. Alright, let's find out what we know. Nothing. What about her? If we let her live, wealth goes up, but peace goes down. Which, for us, is real bad, because we are amplifying that. If we let her die, nature goes down and peace goes down. Okay. We have a caterer. Nikolai has become quite well known in the catering industry, creating experimental yet delicious menus for a variety of events. Recently, they attended a funeral and immediately hit it off with the widow, the new romance starting to eclipse the catering duties. He's only 28. If he lives, we don't know. We don't know anything about this man. Dea Sasti is a painter. She paints nudes and nudes only. Oh, bless me. For I have sneezed. And, oh, that felt good. She likes Terminator robots. Uh-oh. Yeah. For some reason, these paintings don't sell very well, and they've been playing around with the idea of pivoting into a life of sin after being inspired by the heroic death of a prominent sinner, Anson. Alright, what's her damage? Don't know. No idea. So if we follow instructions, the 2 outside people die, the 2 inside people live. Are we... I'm gonna put a vote, but the vote is going to be whether or not we follow instructions or not. So, exclamation mark die says we follow instructions. Exclamation mark spare says we make our own decisions on the matter. Instruction number 1, 2 humans must die. Instruction number 2, the humans on the opposite ends of the profile bundle must die. Exclamation mark die to follow instructions. Exclamation mark spare to decide on our own merits. Get your votes in quick. It's almost the end of the vote. That vote did not really happen, so I will try it again. Try it again, guys. Vote now. Oh, wow. Reaper, what are you doing? I open it, I save it, I go back. We're not going to do it again just to check to see if it's working. I don't know why it just sometimes doesn't work, but Reaper Beep Boop is not having it today, so you guys would have tied it anyway, which makes me have to decide? Evil. Evil, I tell you. Why you do this to me? Okay. The horror of making a decision. Yes! Evil or genius? Evil genius. Let's just do both. Why not? Both is good, right? Both is good. I have been following instructions. I will follow instructions. You must die. You must live. You must live. You must die. There you are. And at the end of following the instructions, this is where we are left off with. 3 things are going in the negative, 1 thing is still in the positive, but they're all still at the level 2 goodness part. That's the decisions. This is what you get, chat. It's what you get. No existential crisis today.
Grim, my fellow colleague, I have been deliberating a matter, Perhaps you can be of assistance. Should I become a writer? I could write many compelling works of fiction. I am an antique, after all. I have much experience.
It's not really my place to say.
I would not have asked you otherwise. Reticence does not suit you, Grim. I shall continue my contemplation. But for now, it is time for daily feedback. Ah, all the files are in order. Excellent work. You are a testament to meticulousness.
The cat mutters in contentment.
Well, off you go now. I must return to my deliberations.
Terrifying. Anybody in the library? No.
Ahoy! A pleasure to see ye again.
We're just checking in on Mortimer. He might get lonely otherwise, but he's got nothing for us. This only opens on Saturday and Sunday. Time to go to bed, because there's no existential crisis. Time to go to work. Here's the world. Here's what we affect. We got 7 people today. What's the news? A spree of bankruptcies strike the chocolate producing and trading industry. Chocolate scarcity now in effect. That's terrible. Engineer accidentally shot by a custom-made combat robot they were building in their garage. Oh, poor sad person. Robotic research should be meant for peace, not war. Well, that's good, I suppose. Local artist has gone rogue, keeps graffitiing nude figures all over the city. Oops. Market experts warn against investing in Yitcoin. President Nea Bree visiting Cosmopolis City as a part of a goodwill tour. Well, that's unfortunate. Is the youngest person to be elected to the office of President of Galstad, a small but wealthy nation. They ran on a platform in constructing enormous sky fortresses, immense, heavily armed flying citadels. Who wouldn't love a couple of those? Is this perhaps a reference to the 3rd BioShock game? I just happened to notice the name, that's all. A fresh idea. I hope you are still well motivated from our performance discussion. You will be required to demonstrate utmost precision today. Quota for the day. All humans on the bottom row have to die. Keep the chaos away, will you? Cheers, fate. Shall we find out what the effect will be? We don't know. Yeah, no kidding. Well, I've been told to kill her. Goodbye. What's the effect now? Nature and population will go up. Wealth will go down. If she lived, nature would go down, peace would go up. So wealth is now in decline. But she died. Furza Williams, investor. Furza is an avid investment enthusiast, spending all of their waking hours tracking stock prices and buying/selling stocks randomly. Despite having zero knowledge of economics and no desire to learn, they keep successfully convincing people on social media to invest in Yitcoin. We don't know what they will do, but they need to die, so goodbye. Their death helps wealth and peace, as we can see, and if they had lived, wealth and peace would go down. But as you can see, everything is on the rise. So they're done. Olaf Rainier, designer. Music, dogs, drinking. What else can one hope for in life? Olaf is one to enjoy the sweet life of a designer in a prestigious business IT company. They also enjoy making 5-second videos on the popular social media platform WhatWhat. Clearly a TikTok reference. 5-second videos are a plague on society. Well, let's find out how much of a plague. We don't know, but he must die. Let's find out. His death increased nature and wealth, and his life would have lowered peace, which would have been magnified by us. So that is all the people who must die. Everybody else can live. Let's see how terrible people they are. Raven Kershid, professional athlete. Raven is enjoying a moderately successful career as a deadlifter. They have a brother, Ronald, and a child, Mira. In their spare time, they like going hiking and camping. Mira is constantly inspired by Raven's determination and wishes to continue in their footsteps. All right. What is your effect on the world? If we spare you, wealth and peace. If we kill you, nature and wealth goes down. All right. Well, these guys are done. And put them down here. I think I've reset Reaper Beboop. Now's the time to vote. Does Raven live or does he die? Remember, if he lives, things get better. If he dies, things get worse. Does he live or die? Vote now. Chat, it's up to you. I leave it in your veritable hands. Oh no, some of you I have lost to ad break. How sad. Well, we're sparing this guy, so live. Kelsey Hadley, psychology student. Kelsey specializes in children's psychology. They want to be a mother and a kindergarten teacher. Their main hobbies are watching and criticizing films and swimming. What kind of person are you, Kelsey? We don't know. But they sound fine. Live or die, chat. Those of you who are here, live or die. What do you think? Yeah, she does. We're gonna find out for sure in a moment, but... we shall see, we shall see. Welcome back. For those of you who are not subscribed to me or a Twitch Turbo user, welcome back. She is being spared. She may live. Alright, what is her actual effect on the world? She raises peace, lowers nature. If she had died, she raises wealth and lowers peace. We amplify peace, so her living did great things for peace. Alright. Ira Maluta is a border guard. Ira is very irate. They're also exceedingly corrupt and prone to violence. Instead of being a professional border guard, they harass any people passing through the border zone and often resort to stealing some of their stuff, sometimes in the guise of a bribe. Alright, Ira, what's your shtick? We don't know. But the quota is all humans on the bottom row have to die, but we aren't told that only a certain number of people could die. So we could kill him. I think that would also be fine. So what do we do with Ira? Now's the time to vote for Ira to die or survive. Do we kill him or do we spare him? I leave it up to you, chat. Your votes before did not matter because I didn't have the book open. It's not how that works. So far, the deaths have it. Then we're gonna find out how bad a person he was. Well, death becomes him. What kind of terrible person were you? Okay, nature and peace goes up, so that's great for both of them. If he had lived, wealth, population, and peace would have gone down, which would have been terrible. He dead now. It's fine. Last but not least, we have Moha Borg, 50, a defense systems developer. Moha has been working for the Phaeton Arms Defense Systems Company for 2 decades, designing new weapons platforms in order to keep the country safe. It's extremely important to modernize your weaponry. They have been known to declare often, new technology brings safety and security for everyone. Sounds familiar. How terrible of a person are you? If they live, everything is negatively affected. If they die, wealth and peace are positively affected. Get your vote in now for whether this man's may live or die. Oof. We slaughtered lots of people today. Only one of which I feel bad about, and it's the president. Alrighty, chat. Thank you for your votes. Thank you for those who have been participating along with Death and Taxes. We enjoy you being here for this craziness. Alright, he must die. So, boop. We have, this is how the world is going right now, and it's looking pretty good. Everything is on the rise. All right. I kind of want to find out what the president's effect was. Yeah. Although her death had a lot of positives to it, so as much as I feel bad about it, it's fine. But yeah, we killed 5 people, we spared only 2. We had to kill all the people in the bottom row, and we did. So, we followed instructions. This is where we're at. Let us go for our review. No existential crises today.
Deathspawn, I have been ruminating on the humans. They vex me. Why do they exist? Their presence still seems unnecessary. Would it all not be simpler without them?
Maybe, but it's not our call to make.
Perhaps. We do still hold some control over the levers.
It's not really my place to question things.
Indeed. Why question? I would do well to learn from your unambiguous steadiness. No need for second thought. No need to imagine anything different. Well, I appreciated the discourse. Good night.
Do we want to worry about our daily review, or do we say nothing? At this point, I'm going to leave it up to you, chat. We're not even going to do a poll. Just let me know in the chat what you think. Should we ask for our daily review, or should we just go, yes, good job, Fate, well done, and fuck off? Because Fate is being wild right now. GG's. All right, we are saying nothing. Let's just go. Goodbye. He's not going to check in on... We got nothing because we didn't ask for a review. Oh my goodness. We're gonna go check in with Mortimer.
Ye drive a hard bargain, matey, but Mortimer does love a good scuffle.
You have nothing to sell me, Mortimer. I just came down to say hi. See if our friend was at the bottom. He's not. This doesn't open for to us until the weekend. So it's time to end the day once more. Back to work we go. Do. Here's the world. Here's what we're affecting. We've got 8 people today. Let's see what the news says. Weapons researcher killed during test of a new fully AI-driven automated drone. Aw, poor guy. President Bree dies in a helicopter crash. Flying Citadel plans shelved. Seems for the best. Tribute to Ollie Ray 9 gathered over 1 million views in the first day. Who was Ollie Ray 9? 09? I don't know. Border guard apparently wandered off into the desert while highly inebriated. Hasn't been located yet. I don't think they're getting the border guard back. Just FYI. Alright. Tidings, Grim. Life should not be too predictable, do you agree? We could use a little bit of alteration and alternation every so often, and I have developed just the thing for it. Every other profile has to die. Must now return to my research. Fate. Ah, the TikTok guy. You are correct, Trav. You are correct. Every other profile must die. I guess we get to decide what order. Okay. We'll line them up in order. This will be fine. This will be fine. Okay, we can scooch them in a little bit to save some space. All right. So, we have to do every other profile, but we could start with this one dying, or we could start with this one dying, and let's just see what the order has for us, shall we? We're just gonna go in order. It's gonna be fine. Gonna be fine. So, Price Mallard, 30, photographer. Price started their photography career by taking tasteful nudes, but soon got bored and decided to turn towards nature photography instead. They stalk the countryside for glorious vistas and sometimes even aim their camera at birds and wildlife. What do we know? If he lives, nature goes up. Certainly. Nope, go back. Nature and wealth. If he dies, nature goes down, but wealth still goes up. We're only really amplifying peace at the moment, so... He seems fine to live. He seems fine to live. So this could be the start of the live pile. Anna von Wolfenstein, a 48-year-old judge. Anna has worked as a judge for 20 years and loves their job very much. Not so much because of the bringing of justice, but because of the political power the position brings. And Anna likes having power and influence a little too much. If she lives, nature and peace goes down. If she dies, peace goes up. We like peace. We like it a lot. That could be the start of the death pile. So this is supposedly a spare. Gabriel de la Corsa, a 49-year-old valet, is very dignified. They work as a valet in a mansion and are admired by all their other workers as they make no movements which could be construed as redundant. Once they were the suspect of a gruesome murder, even though it would be impossible for them to be the murderer. Let's see what their bag is. If they live, wealth goes up. If they die, wealth still goes up, but peace goes down. And we amplify peace for better or for worse. So he is a spare, though. He would be fine to spare. Albert David, a 54-year-old corrupt CEO. Albert is an incredible human being, as in never in all history has there been anyone who has destroyed so many humane and social systems with such nihilism and greed. They will stop at nothing in their quest to squeeze out any short-term profit. He would be in the death pool if he lives. Population goes up, but nature and wealth goes down, and if he dies, nature and wealth goes up. So, like, so far we're good. So, live, die, live, die. The next person along would be a spare. Kaiji made a fortune with their protein bar factory, allowing them to retire early, because they're a 66-year-old retired man, or person. They decided to use their hard-earned fortune in helping the community, supplying the impoverished regions with free potato plants and helping them become self-sufficient. So he would be a spare. Let's find out what his bag is. If he lives, everything but nature goes up, and if he dies, peace and wealth go down. Okay. Okay, that's so far it's good. So this person should be a death, a die. Sineu Farah, a 55-year-old shopkeeper, frustrated with bland condiment selection at the local grocery stores, Sineu opened a shop to sell specialty cooking ingredients. Now people can cook dishes originating from all around the globe. We don't know anything about her. Okay, but she would be in the death profile. So this should be the last person we'd spare. Piotr Adamski, a nanny, a 23-year-old nanny. A nanny for a somewhat well-off middle class. That's what Piotr came to Cosmopolis City for, with an initial 1-year contract. They saw it as a decent way, with a decent wage, to escape their Reconstruction-era home country. It's a nice adventure when you're young, at least. Alright, what's his bag? We don't know. We don't know nothing about him. So he should be a live. And then, last but not least, is Rasa Gilroy, a 63-year-old priest. Rasa has tried to be a stalwart guide to the spiritually lost for over 40 years. They've always been open-minded towards philosophical criticisms. Now, in their old age, are growing doubtful about religion in general. They're also suspicious of the fundamentalist dogma that's been slowly creeping into theology. If he lives or dies, we know nothing. All right. So, it looks like these are all the ones that I'm pulling down are all the people who have to die, and the ones that are on the top are all the people who should live. That seems to be a fairly good pattern. In the end, we'll see how that works out. So, I'm gonna open the book. It is exclamation mark die to agree to this, and exclamation mark spare to make me switch which section I kill and which section I save. Vote now. Exclamation mark die if the current configuration of the top people living and the bottom people dying is okay. Exclamation mark spare if I switch it. It is up to chat to decide if we stick to this configuration or if we go the opposite. This is your part to create chaos, chat, if you would like. You may do so at your leisure. Looks like we're sticking with it. Just go with it, it says. Yep. Alright. Well. This person gets to live. This person gets to die. This person gets to live. This person gets to die. Oh, things have leveled up in the wealth department. This person gets to live. This person gets to die. Oh, population is going down now. This person gets to live. This person gets to die. So at the end of all of that, we're in stage 3 of wealth, stage 2 of peace and nature, as well as population, but population is in the decline now. This is what their life does for us. This is what their death did for us. This is what their life did for us. This is what their death did for us. This is what their life did for us. Pretty good. This is what their death did for us. Oh dear. This is what his life did for us. This is what his death did for us. Not the worst day we've had, honestly. 4 profiles were spared, 4 profiles were dead. That is what every other profile dying means. And here we go. Oh, we got an existential crisis going on.
Hey there. What you up to, killer?
What now?
The suffering. How many lives have you taken? Do you even count?
Nope, not particularly.
Starting to look a bit grim, ain't it? I guess that's already in the name. Grim Reaper.
Yep, that's my job. Not my place to rattle the status quo.
The great engine of life always stops. Someone's gotta stop it. Just happens to be you, directly in control. No wonder fate picked you for the crafting pot.
Well, that has been our existential crisis today. Hey Fate, how's it going?
Grim, welcome. Remember when I told you of my idea to become an author? I think I have reached a conclusion.
I'm all ears, metaphorically speaking.
Appreciated. Now, you might find this shocking. Truly, I have decided to set myself upon the path of grand artistry. I shall compose a novel most illustrious, one that will explain everything.
Isn't that a bit extravagant?
But what else is art? Grand and complex, intricate and vital. Indeed, you shall get the first copy once the vision is fully realized. Anyway, we have some official business to take care of, yes? The tedium of profiles. Nothing amiss here, as far as I can see. Your adherence to the rules is admirable. Now I bid thee goodbye. The inaugural words of the greatest novel of all time will be engraved tonight.
Oh boy. Well, at least we got paid today. Anybody down there? Archivist? Nope.
Batten down the hatches. 'Tis a storm of sails.
What sales? There's nothing here, Mortimer. Morty, please. We're friends, aren't we? Well, another day. Time to end it. Back to work. Look at our snow globe. Look at how nice it is now. Look at that. It's all clear. So pretty. What does the news have for us today? Locals go back to eating plain boiled potatoes when spice shop closes after death of owner. Oopsies. Citizens of Aria getting healthier and happier due to increased potato consumption. Infamous CEO sails their enormous yacht directly into a beach, found impaled on a tree. Whoopsie daisies. High quality photo of an extremely rare bird wins first prize at National Nature Photography Competition. Congrats, dude. I'm glad we saved you. Hello, Grim. Grim, I will keep this short. I am suspecting a systemic bias in our balancing methodology. Quota for the day. The last 3 humans coming from the facts have to die. I am counting on the accuracy of your judgment. Make it count, fate. Well. The last 3 were these 3. Pharaoh Magnin, 27-year-old daredevil. Before turning their attention to stunts, Pharaoh was into gymnastics, hand-to-hand combat, and parkour. Their honed mind and body is now used for doing amazing, or just weird, tricks. Their latest idea is a classic, going down an enormous waterfall in a barrel. They're an avid environmental activist. If they live or die, I have no idea what their effect will be, but according to the instructions, he should die. Don Fiorino, a 46-year-old mobster. Don tries to model themselves after the old mafia movies and films without realizing those stories are made up by authors who had no connection to or understanding of organized crime. Soon enough, they'll realize there are no honor codes and family bonds. Crime is just crime. What's his shtick? Do we know? If he lives, wealth and peace go down, and if he dies, wealth goes up, but peace still goes down. And remember, we are amplifying the effect of peace, either way. Terrifying. All right. Next on the death instruction list is Darius Diavanti, 23, a security guard. Darius really messed up at their grocery store security job, which is why they now guard a hill of dirt at a construction site. At night, they keep hearing odd sounds and seeing bizarre visions, but no one believes them. To avoid getting fired, they've decided to keep quiet about the strange things in the night. But the mafia families also styled themselves after those movies, so they're true in a weird kind of way, but only so far as it's not too inconvenient for them. Oh, that would be crazy. What is his bag? We don't know. Although, are those the first 3 out? Because if that's the case, it's these 3 at the bottom. The last 3 coming from the fax machine. Sayori Shimura, project manager, manages a big software development project at Glamazon, though they have zero idea how software development works. Their uncle, the CEO, sees a bright future ahead of them. We don't know anything about them. Alessandro Meles, an 87-year-old retired person. Despite their old age, Alessandro retired from working as a Miagra salesman only a few years ago due to a lack of stamina for this high-energy role. They are finally able to enjoy life after decades of hard work, attempting to fulfill their dream of opening an erotic art gallery. What is their effect on the world? Well, if they live, wealth and peace go up, and if they die, those things go down. Achak Nord, a 30-year-old lumberjack. Achak co-owns a logging company where they work as a lumberjack. Although they comply with environmental regulations on paper, they occasionally clear protected habitats by mistake, destroying homes of thousands of endangered birds. If they live, nature and peace go down, and if they die, population goes up. Chippo Iwa Solarin, a 38 sports nutritionist. For years, Chippo has been interested in what effects different diets have on people. Lately, they have been working with the best of national athletes, helping to improve their competitive performance. If they live, wealth and population goes down, but if they die, nature goes up and wealth goes down. It's deliberately vague because fate is trying to get you to show some initiative and disobey a little. It's possible, yes. Ad starts in 20 seconds for those that it's still relevant to. There are options to get out of the ads. Both of those options require you to pay somebody money, preferably me. Only because I'm trying to make a living out of this. Not because I'm greedy. Well, only 3 people have to die, but that doesn't mean I can't kill more people than that. What do we think? What do we think? I think... scold a lot of them, you'll be sure to include the right ones. You know what? Let's go back to the old-fashioned vote. I'm gonna let chat decide entirely. So, chat. Suri Shimura. Live or die. Vote now. Exclamation mark die to kill them. Exclamation mark spare to let them live. You guys get to decide. Hey, Dragon, welcome in. Feel free to join the vote. We don't know their effect on the world. So, live or die, what is it gonna be? Last chance to commit a vote. Well, chat has decided this person must die. Let's find out what their effect on the world actually was. Wealth and peace has gone up. They would have destroyed both of those things otherwise. Excellent choice. Next up, Alessandro Meles. As a reminder, if they live, good things happen to wealth and peace. If they die, bad things happen to wealth and peace. It is up to you to decide whether or not they live or die! Exclamation die, or exclamation spare. And Reaper Beep Boop will tell me what your vote is. No worries, Dragon. Welcome back from the doctors. I hope everything is well. But again, the commands are exclamation point die or exclamation point spare. Nice. Nice participation, chat. Thank you, thank you. It looks like that is the vote. This guy gets to live. Congrats. Next up is the Lumberjack. His effect on the world is as follows. If he lives, nature and peace go down. And remember, we are amplifying the effect of peace, positive or negative. If he dies, population goes up. Just population. So that is what he do. Chat, it is time to live or die. Well, I'm glad that the antidepressants are helping you, Dragon, and good. Live or die, chat, live or die. Our instructions are to have the last 3 humans coming from the facts have to die, but I don't think Fate is paying that much attention. So, does he live or does he die? Yay for hugs. I'm truly letting chat decide this. It's all good to me. Well, it looks like he's dying. Goodbye. Alright, next on the list is Chippo, the sports nutritionist, whose effect on the world is if he lives, wealth and population goes down, and if he dies, nature goes up, but wealth still goes down. We are in 3rd stage positive wealth, so that might not be a big deal, but chat, time to vote. Does he live or does he die? Vote now. Exclamation mark die or exclamation mark spare. Those are the commands. Beep boop beep. Reaper beep boop will tell me what your votes are in the end. Apparently not very. Yeah, he's a sports nutritionist, not a nutritionist. There's a difference. He's only affecting the sports teams. And as the vote comes to an end, it's very definitively this man must die. Goodbye. All right, next up on the chopping block is Darius, the security guard, who, whose effect on the world is as follows. If he lives, we don't know, and if he dies, we still don't know. Vote now to see if Darius dies or not. It's up to you, chat. I'm leaving this in your hands. So far, everything's on the up and up. So far, everything is on the up and up. He is seeing bizarre visions in the grocery store at night. But he's not saying anything about it. A vote at the last section means that he dies. Goodbye. What was the effect of that? Let's find out. Nature and peace go down. Nature would have gone down and peace would have gone up. It doesn't matter. It's not... It's not at a constructions. It's... Oh yeah, no, they guard a hill of dirt at the construction site. Well, here's dead now. Does not matter. Nature has gone down. It's still in the second stage of goodness, but it's going down now. Don the mobster. Does he live or does he die? Now is the time to vote. Let's go, chat. Does the mobster who modeled himself after mafia movies get to live or die? This is his effect on the world. If he lives, bad things. If he dies, less bad things. Because he's a mobster, and even if he's following a movie script, he's still a massive problem. That's fair. Well, chat decided he must die, so... death becomes him. And last, but certainly not least, the Daredevil. His effect on the world, we don't know. But, does he live or does he die? Get your vote in now. To the smooth jazz tunes of this game. I can change the music if anyone wants it. If he lives, we guarantee failing instructions. It's up to chat. It's up to chat. Last chance to get your votes in. You have left it up to me. How cruel is chat today? You're not even spending channel points on it, you cruel, cruel people. Goodbye. Let's find out what his actual shtick was. If he had lived, nature up, money down. Peace up, money down. He wasn't really that bad. We may or may not have actually followed the rules. This is where the state of the world is right now. We have second stage nature, but in decline. Third stage, positive wealth. Second stage peace. Second stage population. We killed 6 people today. We only spared 1. Let's go find out if we followed instructions, shall we?
Grim, why are you here? Oh, right. The daily... always in positions when I have important research to perform. Let us get on with it. I see more profiles than required. Bad job, I guess. Yes, that should suffice, I imagine.
See, he's not really paying attention. Hey, can I ask you some more questions, maybe?
Questions. Questions, Grim. Fine. I have trouble finding inspiration anyway. Perhaps your questions will assist me. Make sure they are deep and meaningful.
What do you think dying is like?
No idea. Our immortality precludes us from such knowledge. Yet, I imagine it would be a pleasant release.
But what if death is extremely bad and unpleasant?
In that case, at least one only dies once. But more likely, death is just nothingness. And nothing, being nothing, has no inherent positive or negative effects. Any other questions?
Is there an afterlife?
Not in the sense that humans consider it, no.
What if the afterlife is a dating game where you must charm strange monsters?
Grim. That is just stupid.
Do you think mortals have some drive towards death?
Because they seem to find themselves in life-threatening situations all the time?
They do often seem willing to throw their lives away for stupid reasons.
Life is unpredictable and lacks an innate meaning. I imagine it is up to them to make their lives meaningful. Even if it sometimes ends up being fatal.
I did, in fact, get an achievement, yes.
Any other questions?
Can language even deal with the concept of death?
Unlikely.
That doesn't stop art and literature from trying.
One must make do with what they have. Art does seem an attempt of immortalization, as humans feel the ever-present breath of death. A hybrid of entertainment, meaning-making, and the preservation of a facet of identity, carved into matter that might outlast the being itself. At least until all matter ceases to be.
When's that going to happen?
Any day now. Any other questions?
Actually, I got nothing.
Grand. Goodbye, Grim. The muse beckons.
That is a conversation that does not bode well. Take care, PP. May your rest be very restful and wonderful and comfortable and snuggly and everything that you could possibly need for it to be. And I hope to see you again soon.
Cord blimey, you're looting all me wares.
I've already looted them all. Thanks, Mortimer. See you later. Alright. Another day done. No existential crises. Let's move on. Hey, look, there's the archivist. He's down here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We've made it to the weekend. Here's the state of the world. Here's our extra effects on it. Oops. Let's get to the news. Crime Watch. Crime boss gunned down in the street by rival mobsters. Escalates turf war. Oh no. Logging company owner dies of sudden heart failure. Leaves entire fortune to leading cancer fund. That's fantastic. Can you have a heart attack due to massive guilt? We have the research. Apparently, yes. The classic claims another life. Barrel of Daredevil shatters against rocks during tumble off the waterfall. Tisk tisk. Are there anomalies at the construction site? Security guard vanishes in the night. Old man opens erotic art gallery. That was his dream. Pregnancy rate suddenly increasing. Scientists baffled. What? 5 simple exercises in 5 seconds. Oh dear. That guy again. Didn't we kill him? The assignment. I sensed an eldritch waft of air pass through my office earlier. Perhaps the essence of those many doomed to death by your actions, Grim? We could not determine the correct amount of humans to mark today, so I leave it up to you. Any humans who seem suspicious have to die. Do choose better than yesterday, yes? Keep your eyes open. Fate. Alright. Let's see if we can't get nature up again. Shall we? We got 5 profiles. I'm gonna just reorg them up here. But we get to have our own say. So, Rufia Nadal, 32, stay-at-home parent. Rufa enjoys spending all their days at home, caring for their 3 kids. Recently, they agreed to become a surrogate for a same-sex couple. Another perk of being a stay-at-home parent for Rufa is the possibility to play Planet of Peacecraft at any free moment. Anyone who has 3 or more kids knows that video gaming for any length of time is a rarity, a privilege, not really what happens. So I hope their nap time works well. That is all I have to say about that. Alrighty then. Do we know anything about them? No. We don't know what they will do. Do they seem suspicious? No. Jody De Silva, a salesperson. Until recently, Jody embraced their life as a librarian. One day, they visited an exhibition at a recently opened erotic art museum. There, they experienced an awakening of sort, ditching their previous profession to become a thong salesperson instead. They were so inspired by art. If they live, money and peace continue on the up and up, and if they die, peace goes down a little bit, which will be magnified because of our own, what we drank last time. Us Jody. Next on the chopping block is Paul Mabala Alolo, a 29-year-old activist with crazy eyes. After reading The Truth Exploder of the anomalous disappearance of a security guard at a construction site, Paul sprung into action. They do not care for mysteries, for there's always some logical explanation behind it all, usually related to their favorite topic, political corruption. Do we know anything about him? No. Okay. Vladimir Sergey's 28-year-old make down artist. Vladimir's has been terrible at everything. Their central artistic and performative thesis has made being terrible at everything their central artistic and performative thesis. Though this act of self-referential rebellion, they have actually grown very popular in accordance with the current climate. Wild. If they live, nature and peace will rise, but wealth will fall. If they die, nature and peace still rise. So, it does not matter what we do with this man's. Last but not least, we have Dura Shu, a 23-year-old personal trainer. Dura helps young people get excited about lifting weights and being physically active in general. They also make a lot of easily accessible social media content teaching proper lifting form to prevent injuries. Dura started to fund to support children's sports facilities. This person sounds fantastic. If they live, population and peace rise, and if they die, population declines because people will hurt themselves. All right. Here we go, chat. Do they live or die? I leave it up to you. Do they live or do they die? Tell me now. Which one you decide. If they live, we get positives. If they die, we get a negative. We just have to kill suspicious humans. Whatever that means. Not sus at all, really. Not sus at all. Get your votes in now! Exclamation mark spare or exclamation mark die. And when the vote is done, I will do what you tell me to do. You can live! Congratulations, you get spared. Alright, next on the chopping block is Vladmir's, who, if they live, things go up, but wealth goes down, and if they die, things still go up. Do they live or do they die? Time to vote now. They are a make-down artist. They are terrible at everything. If they live, this is what happens, and if they die, this is what happens. Remember, our wealth is in stage 3 goodness, so, like, it's fine. Sort of. It's fine. But it's up to you, chat. What am I doing? Which button shall I push? Well, it looks like they're going to die, so goodbye. Oh, look at that. Nature is now in the positive. Excellent. Next up on the list is the activist, who is looking into the disappearance of the security guard at the construction site in which might in fact be related to political corruption. We do not know what their effect is going to be, but do they live or do they die, chat? I leave it to you. I do. Live, die, we don't know. Could be anything happening here. All we know is that they're investigating somebody else's death. Spare, but with reservations. I mean, we'll find out. I still have an oops, so like... if this is a bad call, we can fix it. Looks like he's to be spared. What did that do for us? Wealth and peace went up. If we had killed him, wealth and peace would have gone down. So honestly, that's fine. In fact, we have made peace get to level 3. Wealth and peace are at level 3. I believe nature and population are still at level 2. Whoop. Down we go. Down boy. All right. Good call, chat. Good call. Next up is Jody, who ditched being a librarian to be a thong salesperson. Their effect on the world, if they live, is all positives, and if they die, less peace. What do we want? How do we want to help this thong salesperson? Peace rose. The flag isn't at half-mast anymore. Correct. The bird is not perched. The dove is carrying an olive branch, which is absolutely an international symbol of peace. And the peace flag is no longer at half-mast. It is at full-mast. It is waving proudly. We have a technological wonder of a skyscraper with some gardening. Nature is leafy and not sad, and the people have much health. Nobody's dead or dying right now, so like it's all up and up. But it looks like this lady gets to live, so congratulations, Jody. Enjoy being a thong salesperson. Last but not least is Rufa, the stay-at-home parent, who is a surrogate for a same-sex couple and plays Planet of Peacecraft, which is a World of Warcraft player, but in this game. We don't know anything about her stats, but it is up to you whether she lives or dies. Remember, she is expecting at the moment. She's trying to make a baby for a same-sex couple right now. Do we let her live, or does she die? Possibly in childbirth. Tis up to chat. Whichever way you guys would prefer. Although I've noticed that children seem bad for nature. I wonder why. It looks like she has been spared as well, so let us find out what her actual effect on the world is, shall we? That she lived, nature went down, peace went up, and if she died, peace just would have gone down. So we did make the correct decision there. Okay, one person is dying, 4 people have been spared. There was only one sus person in here. Everything seems to be on the up and up. And that's the end of the day. No existential crises, so let's see what Fate has to say. As you enter, you notice that Fate's office is empty aside from Lady Poddington snoozing on the table. Hey, kitty cat, you are so cute. The old-fashioned phone suddenly rings with an ear-piercing metallic clatter. A familiar voice calls from the static.
Haha, Grim, jolly good. As you may have noticed, I am absent. I decided for a short vacation. It is a weekend, after all, and the free time will be essential for research. For the novel, yes?
Fine by me. I just need the daily review.
But what of the conduct overview, you may be thinking? To be honest, I cannot be bothered at the moment. I am certain you have done well enough. Now, I must go submerge myself. Toodles, Grim.
He is definitely not paying attention anymore. But we did get paid. Mortimer, how you doing?
You're such a scoundrel. There should be a bounty on your head.
Why? I bought everything fair and square. Morty, your jokes are so funny. Alright. Hello, we got new people. New people! Alright.
Why, if it isn't the young Grimster. Back again to delight my eye.
Of course.
Oh, so 3 weeks down already. That's quite an achievement.
I mean, I still got another day to go through, but yeah.
Say, how's the grind been treating you since our last chat?
I'm a meticulous professional.
Yeah, I got the inkling from our last talk. Still, I've been thinking... I figured you'd be the one to find intrigue in questioning authority.
Sometimes, but I ignore it. Or I do what I'm told. I was born for this. I was born for
Makes
this.
you quite the determinist hero then, don't it?
Sure.
I don't think I could adhere to obscure designs with such confidence. One ought to heed instincts in collaboration with reason. Sounds twice as powerful to me, yeah? But what do I know? I'm just the barkeep. So what can I get you?
I'd like a drink.
Sure, what's your poison?
So we ran off of the Bloody Gary last time, which was just peace. We drank the tax on the beach, but didn't actually make use of it. So we have the tax on the beach, the corpse reviver, and the heat death of the universe to see what the effects are. What would chat like? Milk? We seem in a good place. Okay, we can go milk.
Going straight edge? I get where you're coming from.
Goodbye. Tastes like milk. I'll be going now.
Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Alright. Time to talk to people. Let's talk to our fellow Reapers, shall we?
Oh my. Didn't realize the bar was haunted. I don't think I've seen you here before. Let me guess. You're in the... human department, right? I mean, the dark circles, the vibe like you haven't slept for 1,000 years.
That obvious, huh?
It is. At least for me. For you see, I'm also in the human department.
How do you like it here?
Work is work, I guess. So, I figure you've been here a while by now. How do you feel about the work we do?
Meh, work is work.
Right? I've heard some spawns complain about insane working hours, but they spend all day on their phones.
We check ours once a day.
Doom scrolling on Cocker or whatever that dumb app is called.
Twitter.
I haven't opened it in years.
What's Cocker?
It's the little app on your phone that shows you what's going on in the world. You've looked at your phone, right?
Oh, that. You haven't missed much.
Thought so. I mean, the instructions are the same every day anyway. Kill all door-to-door salespeople. And what do I see in the app? The door-to-door salespeople died. Great! So very engaging. And that's followed by the stories of downright horrible things happening everywhere. No thanks.
I get different instructions every day.
Congratulations?
Ever thought of asking Fate about your never-changing instructions?
Huh. I've seen the boss, like, once. Not gonna happen. I bet it's all part of Fate's grandiose plan. The equilibrium.
Well, that's downright interesting to hear.
And who am I? A mere spawn to question it.
What do you mean? My choices affect the world all the time.
Do they, though? Do they really? Or is it an illusion?
In any case, reading the news helps make decisions?
I just do what fate tells me to. The decisions are not mine to make.
Wow, a life without decisions, that's the dream. She's only seen him once, but we see him every day. Well, a lot of them. He does seem bored of supervising us, though. He does. He does. A life with no choices and you still haven't given up?
Have you ever heard the inspiring story of Scullifus? I'm guessing you haven't, since it happened way back when we still used rubber stamps instead of markers.
Oh, please, carry on with the story.
Okay. So Scullifus spent all day, every day, stamping profiles to live or die. They got a grandiose case of carpal tunnel from all that stamping, but still they kept on going. Every day they'd receive a heap of new profiles, which were basically the same as the ones they'd stamped the day before. Almost as if powering through the carpal tunnel wasn't making any difference. Almost as if it wasn't worth it. Sound familiar? In any case, they kept going. Kept on stamping. Because they had to. Because when you give up, the cosmos, that meaningless entropy, it wins.
Does it? Does it really?
And I'm never gonna let that happen. Even if it means doing the exact same thing. Day in, day out.
I totally get it now.
I'm glad, stranger. May this story fill you with determination whenever you need it. Besides, as long as the coins keep coming, can we really complain?
You should definitely complain, though.
Yeah, real soon I'm gonna complain about how long it takes the bartender to make me a dang drink.
I think it's time you start making your own choices.
You mean, what? Ignore my instructions? Won't that get me, like, instantly fired?
Ooh. Good point. Maybe just stick to the instructions.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Been getting along just fine until now, right?
Nod sagely.
Thanks for the chat, stranger. Anyway, I'm off to sleep. See you later. Maybe.
Bye. Likely we will never see her again. All that's left is this handsome gentleman here.
Why do I smell the rank odor of blood on this hatchling? Perhaps the boss has upgraded the assemblage if we're actually getting worthwhile spawns for a change. What brings you to bask in the glory of Florian the Eradicator, young Predator?
Why are you called the Eradicator?
I am the shepherd who guides the flock to their annihilation. Oh, to hear their wails of grief brings joy to my withered heart. You know how it feels like, don't you?
I know nothing of the sort.
Deny yourself all you want. It won't make you any more righteous. If this is what helps you sleep at night, who am I to judge? Although, believe me, I do judge.
Judge all you want.
Beware, for the judge is followed by the jury, and ultimately the executioner. All flesh is temporary. We here provide the herd with an escape from their meat prison. It is called salvation, or at least the closest thing they'll ever get.
What does fate think about your grand ideas?
I don't get to meet the boss often, surprising as that may be. Fate doesn't chat with reapers all the time. In the order of things, we are beneath him, as the humans are beneath us. I just make sure to enjoy every slash and stab. Take pride in a successful exit. For that is what we are born to do, yes, we Deathbringers. All have to die.
So what's stopping you from marking everyone?
Unthinkable. You mean to suggest I go against fate's rules and kill more people? A lot more. All of them. I mean, it'd be amazing. Yeah. A glorious day. But, such fantasy. I can bide my time until their atrophy.
Great chat. Goodbye.
Ciao, little hatchling. Lessons learned, off you go.
Terrifying, that one. Absolutely terrifying. All right. That's where we're at. Time to end the day. And here we are for Sunday. Six profiles. What's the news? Writer's block ends more lives than you imagine. This is probably true. The physical fitness of children improving with each year. That's fantastic. This is the state of the world. This is our effect, aka no extra amplified effect. Independent investigation into disappearance of security guard uncovers connections to real estate and construction fraud. Genetically modified crops proven to be a hoax. Use all natural fertilizers. Interesting. All right, what are our instructions? Your attention is required. I have been informed of a delicate situation. I trust that you will handle it as usual. Quota for the day. 5 humans have to die. 1 human must be spared. This is of utmost importance. P.S. Do be careful to let the right person live. Do what you do best, Fate. Out of these 6 profiles, only 1 of them may live. Okay. Let's see what we got our hands on, shall we? May Watanabe, 58, City Planning Commissioner. May was recently appointed... Actually, that might be Mai. Was recently appointed into Urban Planning Department, something they've been aiming for a while. Turns out they're colluding with a number of their real estate friends in order to profit off city redevelopment, receiving kickbacks on many construction and housing deals. We don't know what they're doing, but I have a feeling that they should die. All right. Samuel Van Sielek, 44 editor. Samuel is an editor with a tragic past, one they've always kept to themselves. Every day it gnaws at them, causing intense sorrow that can never be alleviated. To numb it all, they have become addicted to painkillers, which often cause them to hallucinate mythological beings. Oh dear. Samuel, what is going on with you? If they live, peace goes down. If they die, better things happen. Well, people have to die today. I'm just gonna bloop. It's the end of him. Alright, Gwendolyn Chi, 30, network engineer. Gwendolyn is not exactly sure when their career as a network engineer stagnated. It's definitely not what they dreamed of doing with their life, but they're barely just content enough, and their large family depends on their income. Oh, Gwendolyn. We don't know what your effect is on the world. Merriman Me-Person, 52, lecturer. He gives physiology lectures at the local university and writes self-help books as a hobby. They mix vague political and philosophical content into their lectures, although they lack any knowledge or education in either of those areas. Somehow, they haven't been fired. A disaffected network engineer is dangerous, yeah. We don't know what your effect is. Oh boy. Alright. Amandus Hamir, 51, editor-in-chief. Before Amandus took over the Daily Moon, the newspaper was in decline. With ruthless determination, they turned the paper into the tabloid powerhouse we know today. While recklessly digging through the lives of others, they've used the paper to suppress rumors about themselves. Do we have anything about the Daily Moon today? Writer's block ends more lives than you imagine. What is your effect on the world? If they live, peace goes down. If they die, better things happen. Goodbye. 2 out of 5. Alright, last but not least, we have Ahmed Zakaria, 46, a farmer inventor. Ahmed has never been happy with the status quo, as in with whatever they currently happen to have. They're always aiming higher and further, experimenting in various different fields in order to find new ways for ever more productive crops. Genetically modified crops proven to be a hoax. Use all natural fertilizers. If he lives, nature goes down, and if he dies, profit goes down, wealth goes down, but nature and population go up. Goodbye. Nature is now in 3rd stage. Wealth is still in 3rd stage, but declining. Peace is in the 3rd stage. Population is still in 2nd stage. Alright. We have 3 out of 5 deaths. You are dying. You are dying. Chat. Does this lecturer, who puts political and philosophical content into their lectures that they lack any knowledge or education in, live or die? Vote now. Exclamation mark die or exclamation mark spare. I leave it up to chat. We do not know what his effect is going to be. You know, I bet they are all terrible effects. Well, I mean, vote now. Nobody voted. Goodbye. Now let's find out how terrible a person you were. If you had lived, this is what would have happened. If because you died, better things happened. Look, wealth is now back in the positives. Goodbye. That's 4 out of 5. I have to save one of the next 2 people. The network engineer's career has stagnated, but her large family depends on her income. Or the city planning commissioner, who is currently receiving kickbacks on construction and housing deals, aka fraud. I think we know what to do. She's gonna live. This is the effect that she has on the world. Wealth went down. Wealth would have gone down anyway. Did not matter. You, I have already killed. You, on the other hand, must die. With that, we know that if she had lived, things went up, and if she had died, things are still positive, but less nature. It's fine. Live or die, it does not matter. We killed 5. We saved 1. Fate is a dick, yes. Oh, existential crisis time.
Do you know the parades people throw when nothing bad happens?
Nope.
Yeah, we neither. But sometimes one deserves a pat on the back when everything is normal. Even if it's you yourself doing the patting. You may have found the path through the maze, Grand Reaper. Be glad.
Thanks, existential crisis. Thanks for the pat on the back. As you enter, Lady Poddington is batting the rubber gerbil between her paws. The gerbil complains at every hit. Yeah, I know that feel toy. The crestfallen toy squeaks. The cat pats the toy on the head slowly. Her yellow eyes glow with mirth. The old-fashioned phone again rings right as you settle in. The familiar, if grainy voice can be heard.
Grim, you would not believe the fun I am having. Such a transformation from the monotony of the office. It almost makes it all seem worthwhile. Yes, you expect your daily summary, but I still cannot find it in me to burden myself with this matter. So, off you go.
Do we even get paid? Yes! Because fate doesn't care. Down to visit our dear friend Mortimer.
Doubloons will get ye anything, matey.
But not more stuff in the store. Because we bought it all. Do we want a drink for next week?
Welcome back, Grimmy. Always a pleasure to see you around. We here got another quiet Sunday on our hands, though. No action at all.
Any thoughts on Florian?
That one? Heck. What can I say that you won't glean on your own? They try to act all suave on the surface, but truth be told, they're a proper jerk. Seems to be a common trait these days, though.
Thanks for the tip.
Nothing to it. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't often disparage patrons of the den. We have here a shared experience. Here's to hoping they won't cause some sort of a major blunder. What else you got in mind?
Do we want to drink?
Sure. What's your poison?
I think I would like to try and get population up. I don't know if any of these can do that, though. Maybe the corpse survivor? I'm gonna go with the corpse survivor.
If you value your sanity, you don't ever want to learn the ingredients of this cocktail.
I don't. Electrifying. A burst of liquid lightning blasts through your nervous system. If you had one, that is, but you don't. Every bone begins to vibrate. The vibration builds in a feedback loop until it feels like you might shatter at any moment, but it's a trick of the mind and soon abates. Alright, I'll be going now.
Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
I have made decisions. But this is the end of stream, so thank you guys for joining me today on this lovely day of death and taxes. This is where we will leave our game, and we will continue with day 22 tomorrow. So, with all of that, I'm May, and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. If that's not your time zone, please give me a follow and put on notifications so you know when I go live. Alternatively, you can go to Blue Sky and catch up with my thoughts and feelings on whatever I'm playing, as well as get notified when I'm live. So follow me and put on notifications over there for your alternative to Twitch. I do have a YouTube. It's primarily just a place for the VODs. The VODs go into playlists for your convenience, not mine, clearly. That's a lot of effort. Not that I put a lot of effort into porting the raw VODs over there, so nothing gets edited. It's all just for you. Throw on a playlist for cleaning, cooking, sleeping, working, whatever it is that you need my company for, and it is all for you. I make zero money on YouTube. It's just so that my friends have a place to catch up if they've missed anything or miss me in either way. With all that being said, I do raid my friends, so let's see who I'm raiding today. You're welcome to use my raid message or any love, heart, or raid emojis you have available to you, because we're all in this community together, and I'm happy to share the love. It looks like the Great Kraken, aka Paul, is playing Silent Hill 2. They are an Irish streamer who's wonderful. They have a very chill community. I adore them immensely, and I hope that you will say hello for me while you're there. But in any case, we pick up again with Death and Taxes tomorrow. And until I see you again tomorrow, guys, take care, because now we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye!